I'm joined right now by legal and cultural analyst Dr. Tracy Pearson. Thank you so much for being with us. We know you were in contact with a law firm this morning to provide a copy of the actual complaint. Was it in one of these particular cases of assault?
It is the actual complaint. Well, first of all, good morning. Thank you for having me. But it is the actual complaint that was filed in this class action. And it is horrifying, the allegations that they're making. And to buttress the reporting that was done, in fact, they misrepresented, according to this lawsuit, Uber misrepresented their safety to the public, to female passengers, failed to warn, and in fact, moved to lobby against regulations and laws that would subject their drivers to more enhanced background checks that would be akin to what a taxi driver might experience. Therefore, some of these drivers who have been rejected by taxi cab companies can in fact drive for Uber.
That's concerning. And I know I have ridden in cars with rideshare apps of various means, of various companies, and felt very unsafe, happy to get out of the car as soon as I was dropped off. This lawsuit claims Uber was aware of sexual assaults as early as 2014. Was nothing done?
It seems as if there were some actions taken, for example, charging that $1 fee, but that $1 fee didn't go towards any sort of earmarked safety enhancements. They also had former AG Eric Holder conduct an investigation, produce a report, and that report revealed thousands of complaints. They have a policy against cooperating with law enforcement voluntarily. So they require a subpoena, according to this lawsuit, in order to release any records about the driver, thereby stymieing any effort to try to hold drivers accountable.
And there has to be, as with every legal case, some presumption of innocence. I mean, at least enough proof to bear going to court over this. But if there was an unplanned detour or if the ride didn't go as planned, that could be proof. Would the app be enough to make a case here for these women?
It doesn't seem as if it would. I know that they're saying that it alerts the person who's in the vehicle, but what this lawsuit is suggesting is that they could do more, that it could alert Uber, that there could be a monitoring of how long the passenger has remained in the car when they arrived at a destination, that there could be GPS tracking to show how long the trip is taken, when the trip goes abruptly off course, when it's abruptly ended. So there really isn't a mechanism other than what's sort of been discussed in the reporting to make it so that this is more safe for passengers.
But I have one more question because my producers are wrapping me. Is this still a case of he said, she said, until we actually have some type of physical evidence of perhaps a rape occurring? I don't want to be too graphic, but it's reality. Or video evidence from inside that car.
You could have, in fact, have video evidence. You could have GPS evidence from the passenger's phone. You can have text messages and other sorts of digital evidence that might be available to help establish these claims, yes.
Obviously, a lot of these companies, not just rideshare companies, but all companies, held to a higher standard of accountability at this time. Thank you so much, Dr. Pearson. Appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.